Hey, what's up? And welcome back to A-Aron Reacts. And I am back for another Postmodern Jukebox. And again with Haley Reinhart. Now, this is the one that you guys said, yo, I don't think you're going to be able to contain yourself. I think one of the comments I received was, yeah, let them try to talk about music to this one or something to that effect. So definitely looking forward to it. I'm going to dive right in. This is Seven Nation Army. I'm assuming from the White Stripes version of it. And so yeah, let's dive right in and I've got my seatbelt on.
I'm gonna fight 'em all. A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget.
Woohoo!
Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette.
Oh my goodness, this is lovely. All right, there is already so much to unpack, but since we just finished that lyric, I'm gonna start there and then we'll kind of unpack some of the rest and then we'll continue.
Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette.
Yeah, so she doesn't say through my mind. She says through my mind behind a cigarette. So she's behind the beat, she's swinging, and then she plays with that cigarette the way she pronounces it, and just the whole interpretation completely. So this whole thing is grooving, swinging. She's feeling it. The band is grooving. They're behind the beat, right? So not only have they changed it up a little bit in terms of the tempo, so it's much slower than the original, but instead of being an even ba 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 right there, ba ba da ba, they're a little bit behind the beat, right, swinging in it, which is very, I mean, makes total sense with this kind of vintage jazz feel. And we have that same feel that I heard from the original Creep version, with the vintage look and the band and her. And let's go back to the beginning. When she started off, her back was to the audience. And then as she was about to sing, she turned around. I think she might have done that in Creep as well, if I'm not mistaken. But we just get the bass for this, which I think in the White Stripes version is electric bass. And we've got the upright bass here, which sounds really awesome, actually. And I also noticed that in the original version, they finished that phrase just on, I believe it's a half note. I'll show you musically what I mean. Here they add it and it drives it forward. There's an additional note added to it, right? So let's go to my keyboard here. Okay, so I figured out what key this is in, right? And so, the original way from White Stripes goes something like this. Right? And then it goes right to it. Here, they're adding that driving note. Right? And they can even swing that note a little bit behind it. So that is different here as well. So it creates a little bit of a different feel. And that little driving note gives it that little kind of almost walking, and the swinging behind the beat gives it a little bit of a different feel. What a freaking powerhouse is she? I mean, really, from the moment she, well, appeared really, but the moment she opened her mouth, I mean, she's shifting her voice, right? She said, talking to myself. Let's see if I can find the lyrics for that.
I'm gonna fight 'em all.
Yeah, swinging.
A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back.
So yeah, she's just switched to her voice time right behind my back.
I'm right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't
right there, that line, right? She just goes up very lackadaisical, talking to myself at night, and then because I can't forget, she completely changes down into her chest voice, completely different tone in her voice. She gets more serious, and she does so much with her body language. And this girl is sassy. Like she's creating this kind of sultry sound to, this song, which is not at all reminiscent of the original. Gosh, this is just so incredible. I can't wait to hear more. Let's dive in.
And the message coming from my eyes says leave it alone.
Yeah!
Don't wanna hear about it. Every single one's got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it.
Nice.
Yeah, from the Queen of England to the hounds of hell. And I catch you coming from my way. I'm gonna serve it to
Yeah.
you.
No piano.
And that ain't what you wanna hear, but that's what I'll do. And the feeling goes.
I think this is a good place to stop again. So first of all, the instrumentation, right? They come in with the clarinet. You've got the mutes, and they're doing the little kind of wah effect with those mutes. Creates that very classic jazz era. I love it, love it, love it. And just she is reinterpreting these lyrics here, right? Like here.
And I catch you coming from my way. I'm gonna serve it to you.
Yeah, and she's just playfully like, I catch you coming around my way. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. I'm gonna serve it to you. My goodness. And then she continues here.
And that ain't what you wanna hear, but that's what I'll do.
Gosh.
And the feeling coming from my blood says find a home.
It's considerably slower tempo. What a beautiful segue. This segue, she handed off to this bone player with a nice little bending up right into it, and that was just, perfect. And let's talk about her scatting, right? I think we heard a tiny bit of scatting in Creep. We hear a little bit more extended scatting, and she just sounds fantastic. Like she's literally been doing this her whole life. And in fact, I think someone commented saying basically, yeah, she has. She used to sit there and sing along and scat, when she was like 3 years old or something like that. And it's evident here. Like she's just like talking. It's it's speech for her. And a great bone solo. I love this band. Really. They're fantastic.
Far from this arbor forevermore.
Again, that's swinging.
I'm gonna work the straw.
Ooh.
Or make the sweat drip out of every pore.
Oh yeah!
And
Woo!
I'm bleeding right before my Lord.
Ooh, yeah!
All the words are gonna bleed from me, and I will sing no more.
Okay, so I love that they're jamming in the background as she's screaming. I will say that I was hoping almost. I was really like expecting it right here. I mean, just look, this is not a critique at all. Their arrangement is fantastic. I love this. Everything about this is amazing. This is not a critique, but my ear was kind of expecting it. It would have been really cool effect to hear it. Thank you.
And the stains coming from my legs and from my
Yeah, right. Tell me in a break. Go back home. Right? I just kind of was hearing that, and it continued, and we did hear that hard hit from the band, but I feel like, again, not a critique. I mean, I could never compete at their level, so who the hell am I, right? But I just was kind of expecting that, to be honest.
and the stains coming from my legs and from my
Get it! So she took the melody up an octave there at the end of that scat, and then just right down to this, just even showing with her body this flowing, and the band is so right there with her, spot on. Um, this is a match made in heaven right here. I mean, this band with Haley and, singing something that they just, I mean, they could take anything and just convert it. Clearly, it sounds like that's what they do. And obviously I'm new to Postmodern Jukebox, so, forgive me, but it sounds like that's essentially what they do. And this from start to finish was absolutely captivating. Just, I mean, you cannot be completely glued and locked in and just completely, you know what, I'm doing five things because we live in a busy world, but shut it all down. I'm now completely engaged and focused into this. And this woman is special. I mean, I love this band. I would definitely listen to this band without her. But Haley is something else. My gosh, her versatility, her ability to wear her emotion on a sleeve and to paint a picture, tell a story. Like, I'm hearing and seeing different interpretations of these lyrics. I mean, she is playing with somebody like, oh, you think you're gonna come over here? Yeah, no, right? And her body language and everything, and just come on, come on. And you know what's really neat about this is, when I heard creep, they completely changed that up. Um, Here they essentially just slow down the rhythm and swing it. I mean, change the instrumentation up, but just groove it. And she makes it happen. Again, I want to give credit to the band because they sounded fantastic. We heard that nice trombone solo, the piano was picking up. We heard, the clarinet sounded beautiful too. Little trumpet filler, and then when they were all jamming at the end, and give it up for the bass right from the get-go, and the drums was in the pocket. I mean, such a tight group, and they just sound fantastic. But obviously, the star of the show is Haley. And you could see that from the moment her back was to you at the beginning. And then she turned around like, hold up. You have no idea what's in store for you. I just brought a giant bag of TNT and I'm about to explode it on you, so watch out. Put on your seatbelts, buckle up, we're going for a ride. And we sure did. They delivered. Haley, I love you. This is awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for recommending this. I obviously have to do more Postmodern Jukebox and more Haley Reinhart, and I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. And the two of them are a match made in heaven for sure. So certainly more of them together. But if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, what the heck you waiting for? I'm gonna slap that TNT right on you and explode you. I'm obviously joking. That sounded violent, and that was a joke. But regardless, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you much.